Hello and welcome to the Dark Mount video review for Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 Steeljaw. Steeljaw is the new leader of the Decepticons, apparently. I'm hoping that's just kind of like for the first season until the actual leader shows up, because while I like this character design and I like the vehicle a lot, he doesn't scream leader to me, and in the clips that I've seen, he doesn't really sound like a leader to me either, so I don't really know where they're going with that. I'm hoping the Decepticons aren't kind of pushovers in this series. I'm getting a little nervous about that. But he's cool nonetheless. He's a kind of blue, tactical, sport van truck thing. I have no idea what he's supposed to be. I guess he's kind of a more Cybertronian mode. I'm not sure. He definitely looks pretty cool though. For size comparison, here he is with all of the other Legion class figures for 2015 that we've gotten so far. So they scale pretty well together. To transform him, it's pretty easy. You just want to pop out his arms. They plug from there to there. And I think somewhere else too. Ah, yes. They also have little things here that peg in up here. So you can fold the feet out. And I apologize if you can hear some kids screaming in the background. I don't know how a grown man is supposed to sit in his house and video record himself playing with toys when there are kids playing in the background. It's utterly ridiculous. Anyway, going to unpeg the arms. Straighten the legs out. I mean, as much as you can. They don't straighten out all the way, they just kind of unbend a little bit. And then pop his tail out. And the best way that I've found to get this guy to stand is just to kind of pop him on the ground and then make sure his feet are stable with your fingers like that. And there you have Legion's class Steeljaw, who is pretty neat. He's a little goofy looking, he's a little squat, but this character design is kind of more wolfy, so I'm not really a proponent of that. I like it. But I wouldn't say I'm opposed to it, but I'm not like super go squat Transformers. I like guys kind of like Swerve more who are like smaller, diminutive guys, but this guy seems a little bit too like his legs are too squat. I don't know. I wish they could kind of straighten out a little bit more, or that there was less of this stuff in the back so it didn't make them look like just giant blocks of, oh my god, kids! Make them just look like giant blocks of vehicle, so. Yeah, and his tail isn't articulated at all other than this kind of swinging up and down. It's not like the Warrior class version where there's ball joints or anything. So he's got up and down here for transformation and a ball joint. No arm articulation of any kind. Ball joints in his thighs with no waist articulation. He's got a knee bend, but it doesn't really do all that much. It's pretty much just for transformation. And then he's got the foot transformation joint. And again, no articulation on the head. And then the tail. These are all of the currently released, as of the time of this video, Legion figures for the RID 2015 in their robot modes. My final thoughts for this figure are pretty positive. I do wish his legs were a little bit more articulated. They do kind of tend to smash into things a lot. He stands fine, but he just doesn't have all that much posability, and I really wish his legs straightened out a little bit more so he wasn't so hunched over. I know he's got kind of like a werewolf motif going on, so that's probably what they were going for, but meh. Barring that, I wish that this top part of his car kind of folded down somehow so it wasn't sticking up over his head like a giant Queen Amidala hairdo. But again, Legion class figure, very cheap, not something I'm super worried about. This guy is cool. It's not like I dislike him, there's just, given extra budget, there would be ways he could be improved, but all of those would cost money and would in turn bump the price of his figure up, and you'd probably end up with something much closer to his Warrior class figure for the price of his Warrior class figure. So You should probably just buy that if you want more. This guy's cool for what he is. I highly recommend him. Thank you for watching. See you next time.